Hello my beautiful friends, it's Amanda here, and today we're talking about a brand new concealer that's about to come out from Urban Decay. This is the Stay Naked Quickie Multi-Use Concealer. Urban Decay did send these two shades over for me to try. That's how I have them, because they have not really formally released yet. According to the information I have, these will be priced at $33 US, which I feel like is pretty expensive for a concealer. Although this is very large and it does have the brush applicator, so take that into account. But just for comparison's sake, this is one of my favorite concealers. It's the ColourPop Pretty Fresh concealer. This says it has 0.3 ounces, and this is what, $8 or $9. The Quickie concealer is 0.55 ounces, so definitely not even double the amount of product, but it's just in a really big packaging, and also, you know, it has the little blending brush too, so that's something to take into account. When we're talking about price, you know, packaging, applicators, all that stuff is a factor. This will be offered in 24 shades, which is a pretty decent shade range. And according to the Urban Decay Instagram post, this will be available on January 19th on the Urban Decay site. And then on January 26th, you'll be able to get it online at both Ulta and Sephora. And those are the US dates. There's a bunch of different release dates for different countries. So I'm gonna list all of that information in the description box. If you are one of my international friends watching from somewhere outside the US, I will put all of the release date information that I have for you down in the description box. So make sure you check there, because I don't wanna list them all out. They're all different. I've been wearing this concealer all day long, so I'm gonna do a full 8-hour wear test for you. But first I wanna go over some of the claims from this concealer. This says that it's up to 24-hour long wear, waterproof, and transfer resistant. The 24-hour claim is just wild. I don't even know why that would be a thing. I know there are people who have very exhausting jobs, perhaps, or crazy travel schedules and things like that. But in general, my personal semi-professional opinion is don't wear your makeup for 24 hours at a time. Good consistent skincare is the best foundation for good looking makeup, so I'll just leave that there. This also says quick fix, full coverage, retouch, conceal, brighten, and blend. Okay? A concealer that claims to conceal and brighten and blend. Groundbreaking. Lightweight formula, blendable and non-greasy, real skin matte finish. The last claim on the box here says vitamin E infused all day hydration. Very much disagree with that. This does also specify that it is a vegan formula. The brush is completely vegan, so all my vegan friends, this one is safe for you to use. Now, let's talk about these claims. Okay, first of all, multi-use concealer. Basically what they're implying, I believe, is that you can also use this as a foundation. Guess what? You can do that with any concealer. I don't know why that's a selling point. The 24-hour wear thing, I don't understand why that's a selling point. Quick fix, full coverage. I do not think that this is full coverage. Maybe you could build it to full coverage. Retouch, conceal, brighten, and blend. Okay, so that's what all concealers do. I don't really think that those claims gave us much information about what to expect from this, other than just generally it's a concealer, which we kind of knew. I already showed you a close-up of one of these tubes next to the ColourPop concealers. Like, here it is next to a mascara. Like, you can tell this thing is pretty big. This little clear cap here, which I am definitely going to break and or lose soon, just snaps on and off, so you don't have to twist it. You can just pull that off. And we have this very slightly slanted synthetic dense brush. The top twists off, and then inside there's a doe foot. This is a really, really big cupped doe foot. Think Tarte Shape Tape type of size and shape. And I do want to mention here, As soon as I opened this up, I noticed it has a pretty strong kind of painty smell. So if you are somebody who is sensitive to fragrance, or you just don't want any sort of scent in your makeup at all, be aware this isn't fragranced like they intentionally scented it to smell like something, but it has a very strong scent, painty scent to me. So I just wanted to point that out just in case. I'm going to show you an application demo and some wear test check-ins. We are going to wear this all day, doing work stuff, doing mom stuff, walking the dog, just a typical day living my life with no touch-ups, and see how this wears throughout the day. So let's start with the application demo and see how this applied. It's early. That's why I look like this. Also, sometimes I look like this when it's not early. Facts. It's early in the morning. I have had coffee and done my morning skincare, so I'm prepped and ready for a wear test today. I haven't even opened these yet. They sent me 2 colors. Hopefully one of them is a good match. But worst case scenario, we can always mix 2 colors together. I wasn't expecting them to be so big. This is almost a foundation sized container. Interesting. Okay, I have 20 NN and 30 NN. Fair, neutral, neutral, and light, neutral, neutral. That sounds about right. Let's see what the deal is here. Is it gonna be a doe foot? Is it a pump? How do I get in it? Okay, so there's a little brush thingy. All right, fine. How do I get the product? Okay, I don't know. Oh, it's gonna be a doe foot. Okay, it's a big old doe foot. Oh, it smells very painty. I'm just gonna like put a little bit of it on my face. That looks pretty light. Let's do a swatch of this one. I think I could probably make either one work. I think I'm gonna use mostly 30 and then add in a little bit of 20 for brightening purposes. I'm for sure gonna lose these little caps, for sure. Before I apply anything, I just want to give you a close-up look at my skin with no product on it. Like I said, I did do my skincare, so I have just moisturizer on, but I don't have any makeup, I don't have any tinted products. So I want to show you the starting point, this little face right here. I have a little bit of just natural redness. I have some, you know, little sunspots, age spots. I'm 37, so that's normal. I got some little wrinklies here and there. So we're going to see how well this concealer covers all of this and how naturally it covers. And we're also going to see if it gets stuck in my wrinkles. So that's what we're starting with. I'm going to do a little bit of 30 NN first. And just, ooh, it smells so painty. And just see what the coverage looks like all over my face. And let's try to blend with this little brush too. Let's see how the little brush does. Not bad at all. I'm going to add a little bit more of this. I know it's concealer, but I pretty much have given up on wearing foundation. I just wear concealer now all over. So I'm going to add a little bit more of the 30, and then I'm going to add a little bit of the 20 in some areas that I want more brightness, just to see how those play together. We are definitely not going to need to test this for the 24-hour claim. First impressions. I actually think the little brush worked better than I expected it to. Typically, when applicators are included with products, it doesn't tend to be my favorite tool to use. This is actually pretty good. The only thing I will say is I didn't love it for around the eyes, around the nose, places where I want maybe a more precision tool. But the brush is actually better than I expected. I do like a dense synthetic brush for blending in concealer or foundation the times when I do wear it. I think the coverage is pretty good. Me to the camera right now, what I would call a conversational distance. It looks pretty fine, especially because I have a ring light on, and I do think that ring lights tend to be a little bit more flattering on the skin than just overhead lighting. But I will say, I can tell already, if you see right here, I just applied this and it already looks dry and like it's breaking apart right here. Between my eyebrows does tend to be one of the places where I see that quickly happen. Also around my nose and on my chin and around my mouth. The exterior parts of my face don't really show this as quickly, but you can already tell around my nose that it looks really dry. It's not too bad around my mouth. I guarantee you in the next few hours, this will be looking dry. To me, it already looks too dry on my skin. I like this amount of coverage. It's a nice coverage for sure. I think it looks pretty good, but I can already tell for me personally, for my dry skin, it's going to be too dry and it's going to start looking very parched and very crinkly and sad. I will say though, I think it looks pretty nice on the under eye. Obviously you can still see this little vein, so it's not a super full coverage, which is fine. I don't really prefer that look. I do prefer to see some of my natural skin showing through. That's just what I like to wear for me. So I like the coverage, and I think that the finish will be good for somebody with less dry skin, but I can already tell it's gonna go south on me real quick. I think you can kind of tell. Forehead's already looking dry and like the product's gonna break apart. But we'll see. I am not going to interfere with this at all. I'll try to wear it again another day and blend it out with a damp sponge and use a little dewy setting spray on top. I think that could really help this work better for me personally and for my preferences. But today I'm just straight wear testing this by itself. So I'm going to go put on some other makeup. I'm not going to powder. I'm not going to use setting spray. I'm not going to touch up. I'm just going to put the rest of my makeup on and go about my day, and I will check back in later and we'll see how this holds up. Who knows, maybe it'll warm into my skin and it could go the other way. Right now it's feeling too dry, but I'm gonna give it a chance. I'm gonna give it a chance for real. See you later on. Adios, amigos. Okay, I obviously finished my makeup. I made myself a little breakfast, had my second cup of coffee, which was very necessary. For the rest of my makeup, I just did some ColourPop tinted brow gel, a little Milani baked blush. I also did a really quick little kind of 2 shadow look. Technically it's 3 shadows because I mixed these 2 shades together all on the crease, and then I used this Abundance shade all over the lid. Little Maybelline mascara, little fancy Givenchy tinted lip balm, and that's it. I didn't want to do anything very intense because I do have a lot of stuff I have to get done today, like physical chores around the house. And I'm not going to film anything else, so I don't really feel like putting on a whole bunch of makeup for doing chores. I do have some errands to run though, so I didn't want to just wear the concealer on my face all day. I did want to kind of finish it off. So this is where we landed with just a little quick cute makeup. I actually like this a lot. I've been wearing the concealer now for about 2 hours, so I want to take a close-up look. I think, again, from this distance, it looks fine. When I was doing my eyeshadow, I noticed this area right here is just absolutely flaking off dry. Again, not sure how much that's reading on camera, but just this right here is not meshing well with my skin. You can really tell right here, too. Oh, yeah. Same thing along the nose. It just looks really dry in this region. Now right here looks good, but I think it's because I used that baked blush, so it kind of brought a little brightness and light to the skin. You can start to see right here too where it's just looking really dry and kind of separated. Bonus points, it's not too much nose gunk, but just look at the wear on my nose. A little bit settling into the fine lines. Not terrible, honestly, not terrible, but it is happening a little bit. I know I'm being really picky and really specifically zooming in on these little problem areas, but that's what you're supposed to do with a review. Overall, from a distance, it's fine, but close up, I can just tell I'm really not happy with it. I'm gonna do a little bit of work and a little bit of housework so that I can mix up my day a little bit. The weather is pretty mild, so I'll take Maggie on a walk, but it's not super hot, super cold, windy or anything, so we're not really seeing how this holds up to the elements. But I'm just gonna go about my day, do some of my chores, do some of my work, and I'll check back in a few hours and see if this looks the same, if it looks worse, maybe it looks better, we don't know. Let's just keep an open mind, okay? That's what I'm gonna do. I'm trying not to decide early that I don't like this, so we'll see. I'll be back in a few more hours and see how this held up. Okay, see you then. Bye-bye. Alright, I'm here for my final wear test check-in. I have been wearing this for almost 8 hours, and I cannot wait to take it off because for the past hour or so, especially, my skin around my nose has been really itchy, and I don't think I'm having a reaction to the product because I think the rest of my face would show that, but I think it's just so dry that my skin is getting itchy. Let's just take a close-up look so that I can go and do some skincare and hopefully help my skin to feel better. First of all, let's just check here because this was the very first problem area that I noticed, and it still looks pretty dry and pretty broken apart. The periphery parts of my skin have gotten much more noticeably dry. I think you can tell here on my forehead where it looked pretty decent before. You can tell it just looks very dry and very much like it's coming apart on my skin. Nose area still looks so dry and bad. Before, my under eye didn't look too bad, but I think now you can kind of tell these little dry spots are popping up. Oh yeah, you can really tell here too. It just kind of looks like it's breaking apart, wearing off, just setting on top of the skin. It's just pretty dry and flaky looking. Oh, I don't know if you can tell, there's visible flakes coming off over here. Okay, now at this point, now that I've been wearing it all day, I think you can tell a little bit more from a distance how much it's wearing off and breaking off, especially on my nose. Dryness, dry patch there has become a lot more prominent. Maybe I've just been staring at my own face for too long. It's not good for me. It does not look good on me. I do not like it at all. It's not the worst. It's just really not suited to my skin type and my preferences. I don't like it. I just don't think it works for me. But I think if you have combo oily skin and if you are looking for a satiny matte finish, you probably will like this. For me, for this dry skin, the Quickie concealer just didn't work well. If you are not a desperately dry skin person like me, then you may have a much better experience with this. So I don't want to make it seem like I'm trashing this product and I think it's garbage and, you know, it's not going to work for anyone. I don't think that's the case. I feel like this would probably be great if you like a more matte look. I just don't think it's the most flattering or comfortable thing for me. Unfortunately, a swing and a miss for this girl, but I would love to hear what you think. Are you interested in this? Do you think you're going to be testing it out? Definitely let me know all your thoughts, your skin type, your favorite concealers. I always love to hear what you think about things too, so make sure you leave all your thoughts down in the comments below. As always, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye! I can't say for sure if it's this concealer or not, but my face has been feeling itchy. I didn't use any new products or anything, but maybe it's from the brush, I don't really know. Or a little bit uncomfortable. My face just doesn't feel good. Okay, let's do a thumbnail. Oh, I'm fine. Hey, ho, ho, ho. What does that even mean? Non-greasy matte finish. Thanks for clarifying that the matte is non-greasy. These claims are just some of the worst written claims. I don't mean to be harsh. I'm not trying to be overly harsh, but like, what does that even mean? This is like a concealer word salad. Why? A non-greasy matte finish. Like, what? I don't get it. I don't understand why any of those claims. I don't know. I realize I'm being so salty. I'm sorry. Not the case, but okay. Okay. Oh my gosh, these are thick. Why can't I get it open? Maybe because I just did my skincare, so my hands have moisturizer on them. Oh my goodness. Ow! Do you see that? That's from trying to open this. Danger. Ouch! Son of a... What the heck? We may not be able to get this one open. Are other people having this issue? Hold on. I'll be right back. I'm gonna see if I can get this open. Okay, I got the other one open using one of those like grippy jar opening things, but look at my hand. That's from trying to open this. Okay, I'll keep you updated on that as well. Getting so much worse. Help. Okay, definitely lit. Oh my gosh. Okay, that's it. I had a craving for a Coke. Don't know if you've ever been there, but that's where I was at. I just had a weird craving for a Coke. Got my little Coke Zero, got my little afternoon caffeine boost going on. Feeling pretty good about it. My earrings match my shirt. My nails match my Urban Decay purple concealer brush. So you know what? It's just one of those days. Now I'm gonna go do so much skincare and apologize to my skin for making it be so dry today. The theme of this year for me is gonna be care of myself and honoring my own needs. That's one thing I'm gonna do because I've been not great about that in the past. And you know what? I deserve better. So I'm gonna be nicer to myself and honor my own needs more this year. And maybe that means taking more breaks from work because I have been running my businesses literally every day of the year for 6-7 years straight. So I'm going to try to take a slower pace this year so that I don't burn myself out and so that I don't start to hate my job. And I'm going to just take better care of my mental health, my physical health. I say as I'm drinking a Coke Zero, but you know what? All things in moderation, including moderation. Sometimes you need a Coke Zero. It's fine. So with that being said, maybe I'll do a little hydrating face mask. What are you gonna do to honor your needs today? You don't have to answer. I'm just asking you so that you'll think about it because you also deserve to be treated well by yourself. And that is the soapbox for the day. Thanks for coming. And I hope you know that I love your face and I will see you real soon. Okay, have a good day. Bye.